what's going on? It's your boy King Rez. Look, you already know we back with a motherfucking banger. Look, Lil Durk, say it ain't so, say it ain't so. Man, how the tables have turned. He's snitching? I don't know. It's kind of crazy right now. Everybody talking about it, but I don't even know. It's just wild. Is it snitching or is it not snitching? We about to find out right now. You heard?
Day one of this Lil Durk trial is forcing the streets to have a very uncomfortable conversation. I know a lot of people online right now calling Lil Durk and them a stone cold rat for what took place in court today. And I know other people like myself who believe Lil Durk ain't rat. That ain't what ratting is. If you believe that Lil Durk ratted in court today, I think you are a doofus. I think you're a dummy. And Durk the Voice, man, he's supposed to come to court and put it on all them peons, bruh. But in effort of transparency, we're going to provide both sides. The Lil Durk ratted today side and the you guys are dumb if you think Lil Durk ratted side.
Wait, real quick in the comments. Is it snitching if the people who are your family and your brother and whoever just turn on you and then they try to put everything on you and you like, fuck it, is it me against you? Or is it still like, I ain't snitching even though they trying to take me down. I'm a hard ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to jail. Like on some Tory Lanez. We know Megan did it. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Anyway, we're not going to go back to that one. But anyway, we're going to talk about Lil Durk. Man, seriously, is it? I don't think so. I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's crack it.
Let's rewind real quick and go from the very beginning so you guys understand exactly what's going on and all the details, and then we'll get into what took place today.
And rapper Lil Durk has been arrested and charged with a murder-for-hire plot. The Chicago native, whose real name is Durk Banks, was arrested in Florida by the U.S. Marshals Service. The 32-year-old's arrest comes as 5 other people in Chicago were arrested in connection with the investigation. According to the complaint, Banks and his co-conspirators allegedly worked together to, quote, track, stalk, and attempt to murder a target at a Los Angeles gas station, firing at least 18 rounds into the person's vehicle, striking and killing a passenger in the car. Banks made his first court appearance this afternoon in Miami. Banks' lawyer asked for privacy after leaving court, telling ABC, quote, "We will not be commenting at this time." I want to bring in ABC News contributor and Sirius XM radio host Mike Muse and ABC News contributor and criminal defense attorney Shauna Lloyd for more on all of this. And Shauna, I want to start with you on this. The charges against these men include conspiracy to commit murder for hire and use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in a death. The most serious charge carries up to the death penalty if convicted.
Outside of Lil Durk, the most important person in this case is Kayvon Grant, aka O.T. Avani. Because O.T. Avani was the person who purchased the flights, he purchased the guns, he got the stolen cars, he got everything you needed, including the ski mask, to do something like this in broad daylight in the middle of Los Angeles. He's the one who orchestrated everything, set everything up, paid for everything using Lil Durk's credit cards. Quite honestly, I don't know what Lil Durk was thinking. I can look at O.T. Avani and tell you he ain't trustworthy. Look at him. I wouldn't trust O.T. Avani to watch the ice in the igloo. Fam, he just look untrustworthy and dishonest. Look at him, bro. He look a little slimy, man. Every co-defendant that got arrested with Lil Durk.
The nigga say he looks slimy. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, first of all, you used a credit card in the name. These niggas is not, this nigga is not, you know what?
Durk look dusty. Vonnie just the dustiest. Look, bro, Vonnie one of the dustiest human beings I'll ever lay eyes on, bro. If you don't got enough respect for yourself to moisturize, what makes me think you gonna have respect to keep me out of jail? You don't even love yourself. What makes me think you love me enough to where, you will sit down for 30? Man, cut it out, bro. And predictably, because of course, the hungriest, brokest, most starving soldier is the first one to fold. See, yeah. O.T. Avani began to work against Lil Durk almost immediately. And it was very crucial and very disappointing from Lil Durk's defense perspective because O.T. Avani was essentially the one in the middle of everything. He's the one who got the ski mask, the phones they was communicating on, the cars, the guns, the flights, everything. So it's bad news all around when that man has turned into an informant, when you learn that that man is coming to court to testify against you. Because that man who's in the middle of everything, he knows the entire operation. He knows everybody involved. He knows every minute details because, well, he planned it all. But here's the twist. OTF Vonnie coming to court and testifying against Lil Durk, it's actually the best thing for Lil Durk. It's a blessing in disguise. It actually gives Lil Durk the get out of jail free card he always wanted. It gives Lil Durk the out that he couldn't have taken without OTF Vonnie coming to court and testifying. This was such a blessing in disguise for Lil Durk, and you'll find out why towards the end of this video. So in the prosecution's opening statement, they essentially label Lil Durk as this bloodthirsty, revenge-ridden person who orchestrated the stalking and the murder of Quanah Ronald's associate. Now, they would describe OTF Vonnie as Lil Durk's personal assistant. Lil Durk was a multi-millionaire. I don't believe that OTF Vonnie was Lil Durk's personal assistant, but they would say that OTF Vonnie, right, who already pled guilty, by the way, to this, he already confessed, was Lil Durk's personal assistant. He arranged the guns, he arranged the stolen cars, he arranged everything, right? He orchestrated all of Lil Durk's crime according to them, which I think is a stretch. Now, they would claim, again, Lil Durk was consumed with getting revenge against Quanah Ronald for the murder of King Von. Now, Kayvon Grant, even though OTF Vonnie to me is the biggest rat in this situation, but he is by no means the only rat in this situation. OTF Jam and others are testifying against Lil Durk too. Durk has a lot to overcome in this situation. Now, they made a mistake when they put the defense, they meant the prosecution, but you have people like, let's say, Keith Jones, who they're claiming is another witness who's involved, who's gonna be testifying on behalf of the prosecution, not the defense, and David Lindsay as well. So Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and others like DeAndre Wilson, which is OTF DD, they were flown into San Diego on August 18, 2022, allegedly on the promise they will be paid for killing Quanah Rondo. Now, here's the thing, and here's the problem with that specific detail. They have not named what the price was. They haven't said what Lil Durk promised to pay him. Now, you got multiple witnesses involved in this situation and nobody could give you guys a number. See, it started off as a murder for hire case and then they transitioned it to, well, no, he offered them like musical opportunities with his label if they did this. But everybody involved were already associated with OTF. OTF DD was already associated or signed. Like everybody involved had some role in OTF. They had some role. So you can't say this is for musical opportunities when Lil Durk was already giving them musical opportunities. It doesn't make sense. But again, pay attention to how they still have not named what the reward was. They haven't named how much the payment was at all. And there's multiple people involved in this who's testifying, but nobody has a number. So how is it a murder for hire? So they continue and they says, the prosecution called it a case of both revenge and reward, describing the morning of August 18th as frantic in nature. The group traveled with only the shirts on their backs. On August 18th and 19th, 2 white sedans with tinted windows, one rented and one stolen, allegedly stalked Quanah Rondo before he was targeted at a gas station on August 19th. The first vehicle you see is directly behind Quanah Rondo's black truck. And then if you look up the screen, you see another white vehicle. So apparently both of those vehicles was trailing behind Quanah Rondo, which again, like, I don't know, like, again, I'm not a criminal, right? I don't have a criminal mind. So I can't tell you exactly why they used 2 cars to track him instead of 1. I can't tell you that. But yeah, those 2 cars were tracking him the entire time. When they ultimately stalked Quanah Rondo and arrived at the gas station, 18 bullets were fired. 3 shooters were dressed in black and wearing ski masks. The prosecution alleged that Lil Durk was at his rental home waiting for updates by phone. GPS data from the rental car allegedly showed it traveled to Lil Durk's rental home multiple times over the 2 days. The prosecution also alleged that Lil Durk tried to flee the country.
Hold on. So this nigga was in LA for like, huh? So you also went along with the people that was stalking like, come on, bro. That's like putting like Biggie and Tupac in the same area along with P. Diddy and fucking Suge Knight in the same area. Come on, bro. Come on. We already know Diddy. Anyway, we're not going to get into that case. Keith Healy, whatever. Anyway, let's go.
Country ran from the FBI. Now, here's the thing, and I don't understand why criminals use rental cars.
Don't.
Because if the rental company sees their car on the news, wouldn't they just say, oh, yeah, no, that's our car, yeah. Yeah, no, we have all the information of who rented out our vehicle. Right? Like, from my perspective, like isn't a rental car the worst possible thing you could use in a murder case? Because the rental company have a record of who rented out the vehicle. But apparently, yeah, okay. So the prosecution claimed Lil Durk was...
He feel the same way I feel. Y'all niggas is dumb. Like, don't make no sense dumb. Like, special ed dumb. Like, no, my fault. Let me take that back. You just plain dumb. Like, I don't even understand, like, how you go for a murder fight. You ain't even, like, wait till, like, nighttime so nobody couldn't really see who you are. It's like, damn. Like, these people that be doing this murder for hire, the Julio, and all this other shit, like, y'all is dumb. Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all just don't make sense at all. Like, the same thing for the Gucci and Pooh Shiesty. Like, you came with AKs. What was your outcome? You have no outcome. You just so trapped in your brain. You don't even understand, like, the logic of, like, you're doing some dumbass shit right now. You gonna fuck your whole bag up. You making bazillion millions and you about to fuck your bag up over another motherfucker? Go ahead, son. You slime. Durk had, like, a truck business. He had all the rap joint. He was the hottest shit right now. You know what I'm saying? He had people like Drake under him and everybody doing mixtapes after mixtapes or whatever with Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it all. You had your girl, you had your kid, you had everything going on for you to get slide back or get back for a person because it's the streets talking to you, telling you need to do it. It's crazy. Like, bro, you just brought elevated now. But at least I don't know. Like, now you got people snitching on you. So at least I guess the outcome is you found out these people are fake as shit. But damn, what you had to go through to find out that these people aren't even your real brothers and sisters, it's crazy. And a lot of y'all out here be like, that's my man, that's my man, that's my man. I slide for him. That nigga gonna snitch on you, bro. He gonna turn gold on you. But anyway,
at his Airbnb, waiting on updates via phone. Now, I was also told that Lil Durk was doing a podcast earlier in the day as well. So he did a podcast, then he went home. But Lil Durk was nowhere in sight. He was nowhere around. OTF Vonnie is who orchestrated and masterminded the entire operation, even got fake license plates for the rental car and the stolen vehicles. So Vonnie was the mastermind. Now, Vonnie is testifying he did all of this because Lil Durk told him so. The defense for Lil Durk, now this is where I tell you guys that OTF Vonnie, Kayvon Grant cooperating and coming to trial and taking a stand is actually the best thing that could have happened for Lil Durk. Because the worst case scenario here is OTF Vonnie keeping it quiet, right? Keeping it stand up. And then OTF Vonnie and Lil Durk has to go to trial together as co-defendants. And now Lil Durk can't really give his defense. He can't really say anything. He just gotta, like fight this case with Vonnie and them. But because Vonnie came to court and testified against Lil Durk, now Lil Durk got to get out of jail free card. Now Lil Durk can do what he was supposed to do from the very beginning, which is, pin this entire case on the Dusties. Okay? Come to court and tell them white folks, nah, man, OTF Vonnie did this. I ain't do this. Nah, I'm a multi-millionaire. Nah, I'm a musical artist, man. I ain't no street dude, man. Nah, man. A bunch of street thugs, they did this. I don't know what's going on. That should have been his defense from the very beginning, but he couldn't give that defense at all the other court dates because he was not sure yet that OTF Vonnie was testifying. But now that he's sure, Lil Durk and them, in their opening statement, pinned the entire case on OTF Vonnie. Good news for Lil Durk. He got one black juror on the jury, if that means anything to you guys. Now, the opening statement for the defense will start off by claiming, Lil Durk was a leader of a successful label, not a criminal organization. So what are these people saying? They would also say that OTF Jam, who's supposed to be testifying, is not credible. He's desperate, right? Because he's a confessed killer. He's an admitted killer. He was interviewed over 30 times by law enforcement. He's been given information on any and everyone he could give information on because he don't want to rot in jail. So he's here testifying that he's not credible. He's willing to say whatever he got to say to get out of jail. They would also say this is a story of revenge, okay? The prosecution said today that Casey Hester, OTF Jam, Kayvon Grant, and Keith Jones Flocka would testify for the prosecution. Now, the defense will also confirm, listen, okay, We agree this is a tragedy, but Lil Durk was not there. Lil Durk was not connected to it. Lil Durk was actually home at the time that this was happening. Now, this is something that I didn't know. I didn't know Lil Durk actually lived in LA at the time, which would also matter, right, when we're figuring out how Lil Durk was able to get Quando Rondo's drop. Because to a lot of people, Lil Durk was in Atlanta or Lil Durk was in Chicago. Quando Rondo was visiting LA and they hopped on a plane to get there. But apparently, Lil Durk lived in LA. Lil Durk already had connections with the Rolling 60s. So when Quando Rondo get into town, he's tapping in with the Rolling 60s. Not knowing the Rolling 60s is feeding his information to Lil Durk. Cold game, right? Which is why when that...
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Quando Rondo, my bad, is with the Rolling 60s. But ain't that the same people that Pooh Shiesty got them to rob Gucci Mane with? What the fuck? So wait a minute. Pooh Shiesty is connected with the Lil Durk from the same gang that robbed Gucci Mane. Bro, this shit is wild out here. And Quando Rondo that's his set the whole time. So they fed information to Durk. Wow, bro, that is a cold game out. So them niggas snitched on them niggas for the get back on your own peoples. Damn, bro, the gang out here ain't ganging no more. It ain't what it used to be. Anyway.
Happened? Quando Rondo stopped rocking with the Rolling 60s in like LA. Big U and Quando Rondo had a back and forth on the internet where Big U told Quando Rondo, don't call me now when something happened because you wasn't tapping in.
Oh, that's why.
Before Lil Pop was murdered, right? So we already know what that means, bro. Hey, bro, you wasn't paying that extortion fee. You came to court, no, you came to town, you got spanked, and now you calling. But you wasn't calling when we needed that extortion fee from you, bro. Cold world, bro. Cold world. Okay? So the defense says you would hear from Kevon Grant. He would testify he was Durk's personal assistant. He was a guy who did everything, right? He booked the rental car. He booked the fake license plates. He bought ski masks. And they also confirmed that Lil Durk was living in Encino with his wife, India. He was living in LA because he's a performer. There are allegations of murder for hire. And this is what I said earlier. There is no money to follow. There's no payment. There's no bounty. There is not a murder for hire when nobody got paid. Mr. Hester is eager to kill Quando Rondo. Mr. Hester is angry that Mr. Wilson, OTFDD, is not participating. Mr. Wilson did not admit to a crime. Craig Harbaugh said during his opening statements, he's the lawyer for OTFDD. Now, if you guys have already forgot, okay, who Hester is OTF Jam, okay? So apparently OTF Jam, who by the way was was the body man, okay? OTF Jam was the person they brought for the bodies. I think he got over 20 bodies or so. Lil Durk is bragging about not paying OTF Jam for bodies over the jailhouse phone once they found out that OTF Jam was a rat. But apparently, OTF Jam and OTF Vonnie already had the drop on Quando Rondo and them a day or two before Lil Durk and everybody got into town. And they were mad that nobody wanted to move fast enough. So the two people, right, who were eager, who devised up the plan to murder Quando Rondo and Lil Pop, now they the two who's telling on Lil Durk and others that they course into this, revenge plot. This is where Lil Durk's defense starts cooking. They strongly dispute the narrative that Lil Durk had the most to gain for this revenge. They strongly dispute the narrative that Lil Durk was the mastermind with the most motivation. They're saying, no, the mastermind who's in court testifying against Lil Durk, that's the person with the most motivation, and they ran through the motivation for OTF Vonnie and why he wanted to do this. So first off, OTF Vonnie and King Von were cousins according to Lil Durk's defense team, and they were extremely close. They detailed that OTF Vonnie managed King Von's finances, lived with King Von, and the two even shared a bank account. Now, the defense reiterated multiple times the two were close as could be, and said that OTF Vonnie was there when King Von was shot in 2020. Now, here's the thing. Now, here is something that we didn't know. Now, we don't know where they got this from, right? Probably from Durk. But the defense team stated that King Von's final words to OTF Vonnie was, "Why did you let me get shot?" That's so powerful, bruh. And this is such a great defense. Imagine speaking to a jury of essentially 12 strangers. And the 12 strangers have to decide, hold on, y'all saying Lil Durk was the mastermind for this, but his blood cousin booked the flights. The blood cousin booked everything. The blood cousin got the fake license plates. The blood cousin got the guns. Oh, by the way, the blood cousin was the most motivated to get revenge for King Von, because King Von last words to him was, "Why did you let me get shot?" He was there when it happened, right? He was angered. He was angry. He wanted revenge. He was bloodthirsty. But he's testifying in court that Lil Durk was the one who coerced him into doing this when he had the most motivation to do it. Oh, this is so brilliant, okay? Now, they agree with the prosecution that this murder was driven by a need for revenge, but said that Kayvon Grant enacted that revenge, not Lil Durk. They stated the text and messages the prosecution would show as evidence was taken out of context. They highlighted that Lil Durk was not a leader. They further said people did not even listen to him. The defense stated that Lil Durk was a successful, well-known face, which is why the prosecution was looking to blame him. When Kayvon Grant was approached as a search warrant was being executed at his home, the defense stated a light bulb came on. They said OTF Vonnie told officials whose credit card was used. Alleging OTF Vonnie knowingly used the company card and turned it on Lil Durk when he was pressed. Now, first off, I don't believe that OTF Vonnie used Lil Durk's credit card, right, without anybody knowing, right? Clearly, OTF Vonnie used those credit cards, right, with Lil Durk's permission. But if you are Lil Durk's defense team, of course you come to court and say that. Now, these dudes is foul, bro. OTF Vonnie ain't even wait to be arrested. OTF Vonnie ain't even wait to be in the jail cell. He was already cooperating. As soon as they showed up and put him in cuffs, he was already testifying. Like, ain't that crazy? He was already cooperating. In the home, he was cooperating, bro. Huh? What? I did it? No, wait, hold on. Wait, check the records. Who our credit card was used? You see, Lil Durk. This is cold. But people are claiming that Lil Durk is snitching or Lil Durk is a rat because Lil Durk's defense team, their entire argument is OTF Vonnie did this. OTF Vonnie is the mastermind. OTF Vonnie had the revenge on his mind. King Von told OTF Vonnie, those final words, and that made him bloodthirsty. I don't think that's snitching. Now, I don't know what the rules is to snitching. If somebody tell on you, can you tell on them? Some people say, no, you can't tell on somebody because they tell on you. I say you are a dummy if you don't tell on somebody if they tell on you. It's like the Troy Ave and Taxstone case. Bro, Taxstone was cooperating as soon as Taxstone got arrested. Troy Ave took the stand. Now they're saying Troy Ave a rat for telling on somebody who told on him first. So when it comes to Lil Durk and OTF Vonnie, if Vonnie is taking a stand to bury Lil Durk ain't allowed to bury Vonnie first. Lil Durk and his defense team ain't allowed to put the case on OTF Vonnie when Vonnie is putting it on Lil Durk. What are the rules here? I want to know. I want to know what the rules here now is, man. Because if somebody is coming to court on me, man,
I want to know. Because it happened to 6ix9ine when it went down with the Treyway. You heard? Y'all wanted to get on 6ix9ine when the man turned on them and they kidnapped him. All that. Fuck this girl. He was wrong. Niggas tried to clown him. Now what? The table's a motherfucking turn.
I don't give a damn about street rules, bro. I'm putting it on them. We just gonna snitch on each other, bro. It's really that simple. I don't think Lil Durk did anything wrong at all. Now, the argument for Lil Durk telling is Even though Lil Durk is not taking a stand, his defense still works for him. If the defense is putting the crime on other people, then that's Lil Durk putting the crime on other people. All that is out the window once that man come to court and testify. It's simple as that. Also, by the way, all right. Also, by the way, okay, if y'all want for Lil Durk to keep it real, keeping it real in this situation means the death penalty, by the way. Just in case y'all know, keeping it real in this situation means the death penalty. Because more than one person was the target. Y'all let me know in this comment section, man. What do you guys think about this, man? Y'all think Lil Durk keeping it real? I think Lil Durk, man, bro, I think Durk kept it as real as he can, man. OTF DD ain't say a word. Lil Durk ain't telling on DD. Let me know in the comment section, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how.
Yo, make sure you go ahead and follow that man right there. That man drop knowledge all the time. He always dropping hot vids every day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's like the same thing, man. Like, the tables will turn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is snitching on people and then they say, oh, it's not street, da-da-da. But sometimes you also snitching on yourself in the song that you make. I went down the block around the corner on the liquor store. Had 4 guns on me. Then I see my op. Then I shot him in his face. Oh, no, I ain't do that. I was just saying that, like, I ran around the block and I just seen a nigga. Come on, bro. Really? Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through all day, watching my videos, liking, subscribing, you know, running it up, you know what I'm saying? Let y'all know right now I got some shit coming, you know what I'm saying, for the people, subscriptions, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get that together, you know what I'm saying? Free concert tickets, you know what I'm saying, for everybody, subscribe for the payment and all that good stuff. But we're going to get into that later. Like I said, I appreciate y'all for coming through, subscribing, watching all that, you know what I'm saying, running it up, reacting with me, talking shit, you hear me? And I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Have a blessed week. Peace.